I'm an 80-year-old and I haven't actually used the hypnoanesthetic before, but I thought I'd give it a try.
Recently I worked with an 80-year-old for a tooth extraction. It was very unexpected because the patient was actually nervous of being in the dentist, which is why I was there, not necessarily to do a tooth extraction with no anesthetic. It just so happened that the dentist, after a while of talking through her plans, suggested that a specific molar needed to be extracted.
Well, I certainly didn't want to have any injection, and I did mention that to the dentist before.
The dentist was a little bit unsure about this because by now that the time had stretched into potentially the next patient to come along, so her questioning was, how long is this going to take? I've got patients waiting. And I said, would 30 seconds be ideal for you? And she was quite surprised and said, sure, okay. And I thought, right, just go for it. So this was a client that had never done hypnosis for an extraction before, had never used hypnosis for pain control before. There was zero preparation. So I just want to be sure that you understand that this wasn't something that had happened in another session at another time. And it took, all in all, I would say, from the beginning of the induction to the end of the extraction itself, possibly in the region of 30 to 60 seconds, something like that. So we were definitely within the minute of the whole thing being done.
It was only a few seconds, really, for the hypnosis to take place, and then seconds after, the implement that was used pulled the tooth, and it started bleeding, I believe, but it was nothing terrible, and it stopped very quickly.
Really, the most important thing I find with hypnosis for dentistry is put your patient in control, and therefore by using hypnosis your patient is in control, and it gives them the control to take over their pain sensors and how to manage their own physicality. The patient, of course, could stop her bleeding, which was very surprising to the dentist, and she came out happy without any pain, needing no painkillers afterwards. There was no after effects of having any numbness from an injection. And of course, people of that age group really ought to be given this as an option. I've been working with more and more of the elderly lately, and have noticed that the pushing of drugs and the desire to keep away from them, from the elderly, has been very strong. And so I highly recommend you learning this skill so that you can do this for more people who are of that age group.
The tooth came out very easily, and I was pleasantly surprised.
It was amazing. That was the first thing I saw, and I couldn't believe it at the beginning. So I thought, okay, let's give it a try. But now I saw with my own eyes that it worked. Thank you.